EJ Spark in the building? What's up, everybody? This week we are doing one of my favorite genres of music, one of my favorite decades, 2000s hip-hop, the top 10 best rappers of the 2000s. I'm calling it the best rappers because I don't actually have any rap groups for this one. They're all just solo rappers, so we're doing the top 10 rappers. If you are new and you don't know my criteria is in the description below, and I always start with my honorable mentions, so let's jump right into it. For the honorable mentions, I have The Game, Busta Rhymes, Snoop Dogg, Ludacris, Twista, Black Thought, MF Doom, Killer Mike, and Nelly, and Andre 3000. Everybody okay with that? No? Oh, jeez. The only reason I didn't put Andre 3000 in the top 10, and I can't really think of many other reasons besides that Andre 3000 didn't have a solo album, and he didn't have that many albums with Outkast. I think they only had like 2 albums in the 2000s, but you know, the Speaker Box / the Love Below album was very good. Andre 3000 did an amazing job on that. I think he is someone that you could put in your top 10, but not mine. I think these other 10 rappers are better, so let's get into it. Alright, at number 10, probably my only controversial rapper in this list, I have Lupe Fiasco. Now, Lupe Fiasco came up very young. He was mentored by Kanye. I'm pretty sure Kanye West mentored him coming up. He featured on Touch the Sky on Kanye's Late Registration album, and I mean, he was just destined to be one of the best lyricists in the game. You know, he was, like I said, amazing lyrically. His albums, Food and Liquor and The Cool, he just had those 2 albums in the 2000s, but they were amazing. Like Food and Liquor and The Cool, I mean, they're classics, and you know, he's an artist where he has songs on those albums that you don't even know it's Lupe Fiasco, but it is. His flow and everything's just amazing. Superstar, everyone knows the song Superstar. Daydreaming, Kick Push, and Pressure are some notable songs of Lupe Fiasco. I think Lupe Fiasco is so underrated this decade. I don't know why more people don't listen to him or he gets more radio time, but it's probably just because he's more of a old school type rapper. You know, he's not a mumble rapper, doesn't use autotune or any of that, but he's an amazing rapper in general. So number 10, Lupe Fiasco. At number 9, I'm going with Jeezy, aka Young Jeezy, aka Snowman. He used to go by Young Jeezy, now he's just Jeezy. You know, he wasn't always the best lyrically. Everyone knows that. Young Jeezy / Jeezy was not the best lyrically, but his energy, his vocals are what really puts him up there. You know, he always got you amped before a basketball game or a sporting event, or you were always listening to Jeezy in the gym. And you know what else? He was a hard worker. He always kind of put on for the hard workers out there. Like, if you needed to get a job done, you were listening to Jeezy. His albums were Let's Get It, Thug Motivation 101, The Inspiration, Thug Motivation 102, and The Recession, which is my favorite Jeezy album. I think The Recession is amazing. Notable songs: Put On, Soul Survivor, My President, and I Love It. You know, Jeezy, I mean, he's been at the top for a while. And yeah, Jeezy, number 9. At number 8, I have Camron. I think Camron is someone that's very overlooked. You know, he's kind of like an old school artist with a new school type sound. I mean, he was in the 2000s, and you know, I differentiate between like early 2000s hip hop and late 2000s hip hop. And I think, you know, early 2000s hip hop still had a lot of old school beats and instrumentals, and they're a little more soulful and, you know, just a little more old school and a lot more lyrical than later 2000s. Later 2000s kind of when autotune started taking over. So Camron, very early 2000s artist. He had a whole lot of soul. His albums SDE, Come Home With Me, Purple Haze, Kill a Season, Crime Pays, and notable songs Oh Boy, Hey Ma, and Down and Out. I love Camron. The first time I heard him was on Kanye West's Late Registration album, once again, on the song Gone. So yeah, Camron, great lyricist, number 8. At number 7, I have Nas. I'm not going to spend too much time on Nas because we all know he's one of the greatest of all time. Definitely a top 3 rapper in the 90s. Once you get into the 2000s, though, he kind of took a step back a little bit. Not for the fact that he wasn't still as good. It's just that The Illmatic was such an amazing album that anything else he kind of put out just wasn't nearly as classic as that album. But his albums in the 2000s were Stillmatic, Lost Tapes, God's Son, Street Disciple, Hip Hop Is Dead, and Nas, or the Untitled album, and some notable songs: Hip Hop Is Dead, Still Dreaming, and What Goes Around. I do like that Hip Hop Is Dead because you know, that, like I said, that was in the second half of the 2000s, and that's when autotune started coming, and you know, Nas started the whole hip hop is dead thing. So Nas definitely deserves to be in this top 10. I think he was even greater in the 90s, but he definitely deserves that number 7 spot in the 2000s. All right, we're getting into some artists that I really love. I really enjoy listening to. At number 7, I have T.I. T.I., he's got that Atlanta trap sound. Very good, very, kind of partyish, but at the same time hype. I think of him as, almost like a better young Jeezy. I don't know if I want to say that because it's hard to separate them because they're both just so good. But T.I. had, he was a great songwriter too. He had great lyrics. I love T.I.'s voice. His voice is amazing, just like Jeezy. He and if you guys don't know, in the song Whatever You Like, his mega hit, apparently he wrote that song as a joke, and he just wanted to see if he could sing on a song, and then it ended up turning out really good. He released it and it became a big hit. But his albums in the 2000s were I'm Serious, Trap Music, Urban Legend, King, T.I. vs. Tip, Paper Trail. Paper Trail was his best album in my opinion. I mean, Paper Trail is amazing. If you don't know Paper Trail by T.I., you gotta go listen to it. Notable songs are Dead and Gone, Whatever You Like, Live Your Life, and Bring 'Em Out. At number 5, we have Big Guns, 50 Cent. 50 Cent, he was the best person to listen to in the club. I mean, everyone knows In the Club by 50 Cent. I think he was amazing. He wasn't a mumble rapper, but he kind of did this thing with his jaw where he was kind of mumbling while he was rapping, and I liked it. Everyone loved the beats he rapped on. Everything he rapped on was like, really hard. Once again, you could listen to it in the gym, listen to it in the club, and you can get down to 50 Cent. He was just fierce. He was very fierce. His albums Get Rich or Die Tryin', which is definitely his best album in my opinion, The Massacre, Curtis, Before I Self-Destruct, notable songs of course In the Club, 21 Questions, Candy Shop, and Just a Little Bit. And a lot of people have 50 Cent above Kanye West, but no, not EJ. I got Kanye West at number 4, and I'll tell you why. Kanye, producer, rapper, he pushed his way up to the game. Kanye West, college dropout bear right here, my favorite. I put Kanye above 50 Cent because this isn't the only reason, but in 2007, 50 Cent's album Curtis and Kanye West's album Graduation released on the same day, and it was kind of a battle of hip-hop artists to see who was kind of at the top of the throne in 2007. And Graduation sold over 957,000 albums in 1 week that it was released, and 50 Cent's Curtis sold 691,000 albums in the first week it was released. And Kanye West beat out 50 Cent in 2007, and Kanye West just owned that mid to late 2000s, and I mean, he was just a beast. He was all over. He was working with so many people. His production was amazing, and he wrote so many hits. I mean, my notable songs of Kanye, All Falls Down, Jesus Walks, Gold Digger, Stronger, Heartless. I mean, you could just go on and on. Love Lockdown, Good Life, Homecoming, Can't Tell Me Nothing. I mean, Kanye just wrote hits. He knows how to write hits. That's what makes him so special. His albums in the 2000s were College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, and 808s and Heartbreak. And what also really makes Kanye stand out is that all of his albums sound different. He's one of the most influential rappers in the game. Everything that Kanye does, I mean, a lot of artists just follow after him. So Kanye at number 4. I only have these next 3 artists above Kanye West. At number 3, I have to have Lil Wayne. I think Lil Wayne's amazing. Everyone knows he's an off the top of the head rapper. I mean, just everything. His lyrics, his wordplay, his metaphors, everything he did. Lil Wayne did use autotune toward the second half of the 2000s, but I think he used it so well that it doesn't even really matter, and I don't think he gets like a demerit for using autotune. His albums were Lights Out, 500 Degrees, The Carter 2, and The Carter 3. The Carter 3 being his, mega album that was just absolutely amazing. I think Lil Wayne changed the game with the Carters, and I think the Carter 3 was just so popular. I mean, you got to put him up there. And the Rebirth album came out in 2009. I personally love the Rebirth album. A lot of people don't, so I don't really talk about that one that much. But most notable songs are Mrs. Officer, Got Money, Lollipop, Go DJ, and Fireman. And, if you don't like Lil Wayne, I don't know what's going on with you. I mean, he's just got the energy, he's got the flow, he's got the lyrics. Lil Wayne's got everything. He's a great rapper, he knows what he's doing, and Lil Wayne number 3. At number 2, for me, I have Jay-Z. Jay-Z, of course, he's a legacy. He's a businessman. He helped find Kanye West and a lot of other artists. And he's an OG. He's one of the best lyricists in the game. He actually did the dang thing. And yeah, he was just all about the hustle and everything else that goes with hip hop. When you think of hip hop, you think of Jay-Z. His albums were The Dynasty, The Blueprint, Blueprint 2, The Black Album, Kingdom Come, American Gangster, The Blueprint 3, and I love The Blueprint 3 a lot. Notable songs: 99 Problems, Dirt Off Your Shoulder, Run This Town, and Empire State of Mind. Love Jay-Z. And yeah, Jay-Z number 2. And at number 1, this may come off as controversial, but I had Eminem as the greatest rapper of all time, and I think Eminem was the greatest rapper of the 2000s. The reason I put Eminem above Jay-Z, I think Eminem has a little more flair than Jay-Z. I don't know. I think it's just maybe because his controversy, the way he raps, the inflection in his voice, his wordplay. I mean, he's one of the best-selling artists. Not that Jay-Z isn't, but I think every song that Eminem did, his wordplay is just absolutely insane. And his flow. I mean, he can speed rap. He can kind of do his little singing melodic thing. And he's just amazing. His albums, Marshall Mather LP, The Eminem Show, Encore, Relapse, and the 8 Mile soundtrack. You can't forget about the 8 Mile soundtrack because Lose Yourself is in it. And Lose Yourself is one of the best hip-hop songs of all time. And there's just no denying that. It's just a fact. Other notable songs: Without Me, love that song, Crack a Bottle, and Stan. I mean, people got, being a super fan from the song Stan. And Eminem just had amazing hits. If you disagree with that, that's fine, but I just think, between his lyrics and his wordplay and his internal rhymes, all of Eminem's rhyme schemes are just absolutely amazing. It's honestly crazy the way he raps. So that's my list of the top 10 best rappers of the 2000s. Let me know what you guys think in the description. Let me know what you would switch around. Let me know who you would take out and who you would put in. And as always, you can listen to my music on all streaming platforms and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at EJSpark1. And as always, it's peace, love. I love s'mores. EJ out.